Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, we got four down. 5-9.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz got a man. It's the rookie, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
56. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Go. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Sproles. A little juke. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Hey,
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Great 15. Great 15.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On second down now. It's Smith. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Shift! Watch the shift! 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
To throw is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Kill. Bus. Let's find 7. 49 the mark. 49.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Ertz has it left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
51's a money. Watch the run.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the grab by Croft. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A good pickup there, 22. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs. But out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
What we got? Hey, Mike. Boy. Here we go. Go, Mike 51. Hey.
On play action, Allen. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
It's just me and you.
To throw, it's Allen. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Focus, defense, focus.
And again, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Hall. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
51, Mike 51.
On 1st down, Allen dancing to his left. Letting one go deep for the end. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Allen will try again on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
51 the mic, boys, 51. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got all 52. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go. Let's move. 53, Mike, 53. Tighten up. Pull it together. 53's the Mike, 53, check 53.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Allen now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run it here with Smith. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch twist. Hey, orbit.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people are wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
12 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it with Smith on first down. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Go, Mike, put down 80. Hey, 5 wide. Hey, let's go. Hey, Echo. 51 to Mike.
Allen off the play fake. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Kroft, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Lion. Check it back. Go. Watch out.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Wentz throwing complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Running with Howard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Taron Johnson made the stop. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jerry Hughes on the stop. Now Wentz on third down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. From the 27, Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, check 24.
After the penalty, it's Smith. He's got daylight past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. An even 90 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hauschka with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Wentz now to throw. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On the run, it's Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I'm going back to you.
Now it's Smith. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Allen to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Graham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Let's go.
Man 5-7.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Wentz to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and even playing